Iguales.
So, Stefanos, a pleasure to have you here on the podcast of Iguales. You're one of the first, actually, English speaking
Really?
people on the podcast. So,
Okay.
let's hope you understand my English, Spanish, and everything. So, first of all, how are you?
Doing well, thank you. I'm working very hard these days.
I guess you are with all the media stuff, also training. But have you actually have time to just get in Madrid, maybe have something to eat, try something out, or not really?
Yes, I did back in the day when I had a little bit more free time, and it was great. I've discovered a few good restaurants in the city, and I've had the opportunity to visit some very nice places in terms of museums,
Oh, really?
parks, and I've had my fair share of good moments in the city.
Have you actually gone to El Prado or any other museums?
Yes, I've been in El Prado. Yes.
Oh man, that's so good. Like I've seen Goya and Picasso over there. They're crazy good. You seem like a man of
Y-
culture,
y-
obviously.
I went because my nickname is El Greco. I went to see the art of El Greco and to admire his beautiful artistry and to just connect more with what he has provided to society and to culture.
Yeah, not only as your nickname, but other stuff as well. Have you actually gone to the theater as well here in Madrid or
No, but I would love to. You know what else I would like to do? I would like to visit the opera.
Oh,
Yeah,
opera's nice here.
it's something that no one does from our generation, and I would just like to connect more with the culture of it. And there's so much beauty in that as well because it's art, and I consider it as something very. It's a very. It connects so much with human beings, which is also a very relaxing activity in my opinion.
Yeah,
To,
I agree with
to,
you. Actually, I'm 24 as
Mhm.
well. I'm from 1998, and I've actually tried to go to a theater much more and opera as well. Opera, I'm kind of forcing myself
You're
because
fine.
I let's just say I don't understand it as much. But theater, just the other Friday, I went to London to play the Lehman Brothers. It was 3.5 hours long, and the thing is, I loved it so much. But I think my attention span, because of social media and stuff, it's getting shorter and shorter. So
That's
for
not good.
yeah, and I agree with you. But for me, like the play itself, 3 hours and a half was just like really good. But the last, just to say, hour or so, it
You
kind
found yourself
yeah,
checking your phone or what? Or
not checking
disconnecting?
disconnecting like mentally, not
Uh-huh.
checking my phone because I
Uh-huh.
mean it's kind of disrespectful, I would say.
Of course.
But would you say like our generation is just getting our attention span as a thing just get going like shorter and shorter?
Shorter and
Yeah.
shorter. You see, I absolutely agree with your point, and I think that's a big issue in today's technological peak and today's just general society. I've been thinking about it. How many of my friends, when I talk with them, just disconnect when I talk to them for a moment, and we don't find ourselves as engaged with other people as we were used to in the past in terms of deep connections. And what I really appreciate in friends that I make these days and people that I connect with is people that are able to just completely disconnect from technology when they talk to me and they have some sort of a serious conversation or we get to know each other a little bit. This is something that is undervalued in today's society, I feel like, and I really appreciate it when people are conscious and uh, also emotionally intelligent about it.
Yeah, I guess I agree with you, and I guess it gets even harder and harder as years just go on because I don't think like I can get to know many people like the people you're talking about. Maybe like if I get to travel to other places, it gets like easier. But if I stay in a place like I don't know a smaller city, let's just say, I think people just kind of get to get addicted to social media more and technology and stuff. And it's harder for me because actually my job is I'm a professional FIFA player,
Okay.
and it gets harder for me and harder because technology is my job.
Stimulation. It's
Yeah, it's
stimulation
a
effect.
simulation for
Yes.
sure. And then let's just say I'm playing a few games of FIFA, and between games, I cannot just relax. It's harder for me to just relax and chill and stuff. It's an stimulation for me to just get the job and to roll through media and stuff.
You know, Jaime, the problem with dopamine is that once you start getting lots of dopamine in you all the time, you get addicted to it. So once you are able to, in a way, force yourself to stop, you go through a process that I don't remember how it's called exactly. I think it's called a withdrawal symptom. So a withdrawal symptom of dopamine, which uh, in a way is like withdrawing from drugs. They've done a study and they say that it's very similar to having a drug or some heavy use withdrawal when you because screens and all these different things that we are constantly stimulated with are in way drugs, and the biggest creators in terms of, I'm not gonna name people, but the biggest, even the creators of this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
send their kids to schools and they don't allow these kind of technologies near them, which is ironic if you think about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that's a good point to actually get into it. Maybe if we had more time, we could get into it. But I just wanted to mention because, like, as I told you, I'm kind of getting technology addicted with stuff, and I just hopped into this analog camera. I think it was like 6 months or 7 or 8 ago, and it's getting like a stimulation for me in a good way of not checking, like, let's just say I travel to Greece, for example, and I go out with my friends or anything, I take photos and everything, and I think I'm getting to a point where I take photos for the purpose of uploading it to
To social media.
to show people and stuff. And with the analog camera, as you're just taking them and you forget about them for, let's just say, a month till you get them developed, I think it's just kind of made me fell in love with photography in a way.
You have developed that passion, huh?
Yeah, definitely. And I don't think, have you ever tried analog cameras?
I have tried analog cameras. They're much more fun to use than digital cameras because, first of all, you stay more in the moment, which is something that we don't do these days as much. We always take a nice photo and we're thinking, oh, this is gonna look so nice on my Instagram right now.
Definitely,
If I
yeah.
edit it a little bit, add some filters to it, oh, it's gonna look unbelievable. I'm having a great time. Just show people what a great time I'm having instead of focusing on the great time that you're having currently with your friends, with your family, with whoever you are, with your inner circle. And these things are way more important to, and that's why something that I've done recently is also disconnect from social media because I first of all have deleted all of my apps on my phone. I don't use any social media. I might re-upload it once a week after the tournament has ended if I want to spend, let's say, half an hour just checking of some messages if people have, because I have some connections, people have sent some messages, uh, maybe upload a photo because it's for the brand and all that stuff. It's important
Yeah,
stuff to
it makes
keep.
sense like in a job related thing, but it,
Yes, but if I was, let's say, if I was not a tennis player, I don't think I would be using social media these days. And it's something that is a privilege these days not to do. And it's going to be a privilege in the future, such as having also your own farm, and have a home with a farm. It's now considered a privilege. Uh, Back in the days, in the 1960s, 70s, it was absolutely normal. Everyone had one. But as people moved into cities and started living a fast-paced life, and now it has developed and became even faster and more rapid, and everyone is just wants everything now, instant credibility, uh, instant verification. It has made, I think, our lives a little bit hectic and also artificial, very artificial.
do you see yourself when you're retiring from tennis, getting into a more of a slow life paced into just like Greece, normal places beside the coast, outside from big cities and big stuff?
Absolutely, that's my dream, to have a nice house by the beach somewhere back home. I come from beautiful country such as Spain. Spain is also a very beautiful country, and I've been to a lot of different places here, which I absolutely love, and I find similarities with my home.
I know we don't have much time. I would have loved to jump into your YouTube channel because I love it, and especially that 8 things financial thing you talked about. Maybe another time we can talk about it. Wanted to do a really quick, a minute, quick answer question test about just things you love. Really quick, what just a minute. So it's just like a quick question and answer thing. So first of all, Stefanos, favorite food.
I would go for Greek food.
Good food.
Yes.
I guess it makes sense. Favorite film.
Babylon, the recent
Oh.
movie, yes.
It's a shame we can not talk about that. Oh, I loved it so much. Any YouTube channel you would like?
Iman Gatsi.
Mangat. I
Yes.
don't know that. I guess I jump into it. A crowd you love to play for.
The Spanish crowd. Oh, they're so much fun.
Your favorite tennis shot?
Favorite tennis shot would be the twinner. Although I never hit it during a match, very rarely I have a twinner during a match.
Someday you will. What is the most Greek thing about you?
I'm hospitable, and I'm just excited to show foreigners and other people that are not from my country and welcome them into my country, which is a trait that we have back home.
Also, especially, at least as well in Spain. Yeah. What's your sweetest victory on tour?
Rafael Nadal here. It's pretty sweet.
Most devastating defeat of your career?
Go for losing the French Open final after being 2 sets low up. It was difficult, and also it made it even more difficult for me that day because my grandmother passed away. So it was it hurt me a lot. Yes.
Sorry to hear you. Sorry to hear that, man. If you could get one Grand Slam, which one would it be?
Roland Garros.
And lastly, one goal for 2023.
Hit a twinner winner during a match.
That's everything. Stefanos, thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you for having me, and good luck in
Thank you so
the
much.
Auto Madrid Open. A pleasure.
All the best to you.
Thank you.